Hi guys, so this is Mr. K. A very quick video just to explain how we're going to transition to online learning. Now, obviously a difficult time ahead. Your teachers haven't experienced this before, and obviously neither have you. So be patient, that's going to be a key aspect. But as well as them being difficult times, there are going to be some exciting times. You guys are going to take ownership of your learning that little bit more. So that self-directed learning is a key aspect of becoming a lifelong learner in terms of way past school. Can you learn a new skill by yourself? Okay, so moving on to the academic type of stuff. How am I going to teach you? What are my expectations of you? And what can you expect of me? First up is the guidelines, which you will be able to see in It's Learning. So if I go to It's Learning, here we go, you'll see the document in your course page. Now this document highlights a couple of things, a few bits of software. So I shall start. It's Learning is going to be your central place for all of your lessons, and all of your teachers are going to be using it. Now, predominantly, I would say you want to be looking at your calendar as well as the course pages. But for me, for each lesson in your timetable, I am going to have the content within the calendar. Yeah? So you'll be able to open up the calendar, click the lesson, and see what it is that you have to do. If it is an assignment with an activity actually in It's Learning, so whether that's a formative quiz or just a normal lesson with a certain activity that you have to submit via It's Learning, you'll see it there as well. Okay, so going back to this, planning, so that's the calendar. Assessment, as I just mentioned, It's Learning quizzes, they're going to be formative, they are multiple choice, and it will automatically mark you, and then that grade will go in your grade book as a formative assessment. From that, you will be able to see what it is you know and what it is you don't know, and it's your job. You need to take ownership of your learning to figure out, well, to address the stuff that you don't know. So if you got a question wrong, why didn't I understand it? Read your textbook, read your notes. If you still don't understand it, ask me a question or pop into one of the live sessions. Okay, which transitions me very easily and smoothly, not as well as my speech. Teams. So I'm going to use Teams for live sessions. Now, some of you have already had a live session with me, and it worked pretty well. For the live sessions, within the team that you add, you'll see a live session. You click join. They're going to happen weekly in your double lesson. Okay? They're going to be recorded. If you're on a different time zone, you can watch the recording that way. Next up is Shobi. So any work which you have to submit is going to be done by a Shobi, and you will see topic by topic, lesson by lesson, just submit the work there. Next up is OneNote. So just as we've already been doing, all of your content is already within your OneNote. Now the advantage to OneNote is that if you've got the desktop app, which most of you do, or the iPad app, it already has your class notebook uploaded or downloaded, which means if the internet goes down, so say if It's Learning goes down, their servers are struggling, or Shobi servers are struggling, or Teams are struggling, OneNote is still going to work because you already have that class note downloaded. And what I've done as well is for each of the lessons, so if I click that lesson, lesson 1 rate, I've taken the extraction from It's Learning and pasted it at the top so you can see what it is that you have to do. Work through the content. As you can see, there's already notes on here because that was already done in a live session where students were able to see directly as I was writing in the OneNote. The pages for the textbook are at the top of the OneNote as well, and any key terminology, sometimes they're not there, you can fill that in. And there's a PowerPoint and a video which supports the material that you're learning. Okay, and then just go through the content, voila. Finally, if I go back to expectations of you, you need to read this, be patient, make sure you submit the work, look at the calendar. You're responsible for your learning far more than in a normal lesson, okay? Which is a really cool life skill to be learning right now, actually. The other one, I didn't mention it before, but CDL Portal. Now, quite often I mention this in lessons. If ever an app doesn't work, so your Outlook doesn't work, your emails don't work, the OneNote doesn't work, your OneDrive doesn't work, go to CDL Portal. So just type in CDL Portal into Google. It would be good if I actually spelled it. And from there, the top result, you will get this wonderful page. Click Office 365 and you will have access to any of the tools. So if you haven't received an email, check there first, because that syncs far quicker than your desktop app. Same for OneNote and Teams. If they're not working, go to the web-based version via CDL Portal. All good. I wish you all the best. Again, I'll see you in the live sessions and stay safe. Bon nuit.